Yo, what is up guys, this is Bruchminati, and we are back here with video 2 of the India 1960 Conquest, and video 1 went really well. We were kicking some fucking ass, to be honest with you. And you know what, thank you guys for some of the requests, because it's countries and times that I would have never played with. 60 India, 43 Japan, 39 Spain. I would have never played with these guys, so thanks for shaking it up a little bit. But you know what, 30 seconds in, it's already time, guys. Actually, it's past time. Let's kick some ass. Alright guys, starting out at 15 here. I think I'm going to send a few of these guys into Africa so I don't have to later. Just set it up to clear them out. And the battle for the Balkans continue. I am liking the tortoise tank of the Brits. I like the look of it. It looks cool in the game. Like I said, I never played with a country that had him. That looks like it's getting close to falling. We're gonna play this safe. If you remember last time I got screwed. Well, the last time with Iran. So I don't know if you guys will remember this or not, but man, it's been a while, probably a month or more ago. I had said something about the supposed Nazi train that was found, this gold train in the some Polish mountain area. And I said, man, I didn't know what happened to it. I'd have to look into it. Well, I forgot till just today. And it popped into my head and I was like, yeah, whatever did happen to that train? So I started reading around. Sweet. Got that level 3 airfield. So I started reading around, and apparently the story goes it turned out to be nothing. If you don't remember it, 2 treasure hunters believed they had found a Nazi train in these mountains of Poland. And then the local government was like, hey, you need to stay away. This could be rigged with explosives. It could be booby-trapped. You can't go look at it. Blah, blah, blah. Kind of seemed like a way to me for them to get their hands on it and fuck the guys over that found it. But anyways, I guess a team of geologists and other scientists from the University of Krakow or something went and checked it out, and they said, oh, there was nothing there. They didn't see anything. There might be tracks, but there's no train or anything else. And it got me wondering, you know, as crooked as the fucking governments in the world are nowadays, especially the country I live in, the fucking US government's so crooked. You know, the Polish government might have been there, you know. We're not talking chump change, we're talking gold, and on top of that, antiquities, you know, old paintings, old statues, sculptures. You know, this train would have been loaded with goods, multi-hundred-million-dollar, I'm sure. So, you know, they might have found it, and the government was just like, hey, let's keep this hush-hush. You know, we don't want to have to return all this stolen goods because it probably came from all over Europe. They would just want to make profit. Who knows? But it just sounded fishy to me. Well, looks like we just about got the Balkans cleared out. Like I said, neutral countries are getting rolled. If you aren't with me in this match, you're against me. And so the story about the train had this little, you know, thumbnail about how they thought Hitler had escaped, and I had read about it, how like the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, got the FBI to release a lot of documents from like World War II era, and there was a bunch of documents leaked. leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argentina, and there was a bunch of documents leaked about how Hitler escaped to Argen and there was, apparently a U-boat in the area. For sure, they knew that for sure. But the people in the area in these mountain towns was just like, yeah, Hitler was here. The FBI, had credible information that he was, and just never acted on it. I don't know if they were just like, good riddance, we don't even want to mess with it now, or what was going on. But we know like a lot of old Nazis did go to Argentina. So I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility that Hitler was on one of those subs with Eva Braun. And not to mention, like, for a long time the Soviets claimed to have like his bones, like his skull or something. And supposedly they found it and they buried it, and then they dug it up again and then took it to Moscow. But anyways, I'd watched a show on it a few years ago where like one of the first Westerner scientists was allowed to inspect the skull. Well, and they only gave him like 30 minutes, maybe not even that long. I don't remember the exact time, but it wasn't very long. But right away he could tell that this wasn't an adult because of like the sutures between like the cranial plates were not very advanced, so he knew it was like a younger, not maybe a kid, but an adolescent, maybe a real young adult. But anyways, I think he was able to take a very small sample, if I remember right. Well, it turned out to be like a 14-year-old girl or something. So they definitely did not have Hitler's skull. But anyways, I thought that was an interesting story. I had seen that document dump and I had read through it like last year, I think it came out. But it's worth a read if you go on there and just look up like FBI files on Hitler, Argentina. And there was that show was it Hunting Nazis or Hunting Hitler or something? And I was so excited to watch it, man. I was like, hell yeah. But the guy was such a dick on it. He treated people like shit. The Jewish Nazi hunter guy. I stopped watching it like the second episode when, they had got a lead and the driver was outside of the car and he was just like, get in the fucking car. I was like, this guy's a dick. I can't watch this anymore. Why couldn't he just been cool? Like, hey, dude, we got a lead. Get in the car. Hurry up. Let's go. No, get in the fucking car. And then I was done. I was done watching that show. I don't know if they ever found anything or not. Anyways, heading into Italy. Yeah, Zerk's getting it. You know why? Because they're neutral, so they're getting it. But the show I watch a lot, speaking like shows on TV, and I don't know if any of you guys have watched this, but it's The Curse of Oak Island. Man, I am hooked on that. I can't wait for the next season to start. They don't ever find shit. Well, they find like an old, Roman coin or some shit like that. But basically the story goes Oak Island. There's a buried treasure there. People have found weird stones and inscriptions. Hey, sweet. Took Bangkok easy enough. Yeah, but they supposedly like the Knights Templar buried a bunch of treasure there, and people think it's like the Ark of the Covenant or just weird shit. And on the show it's just like, well, it could be the Vikings, or it could be the Spanish, it could be the Romans. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous, but it like keeps you on the edge of your seat because you never know what they're gonna do. And then there's this hole, and it's like crazy. It's like a dug well, and there's supposed to be a room at the bottom, and it's like only so many inches wide. And they finally found a diver to go down in there, and he didn't find shit. But if you've seen this hole, the depth of it, you would be like, holy shit, I can't believe that diver had enough balls to go down into that. I mean, they were worried like with his tank that he wasn't going to fit, so they had to put him on this mixture. I forget what gases was in it, oxygen, nitrogen or something, and something else. But it was nuts. If you haven't watched that show, check it out. It's a pretty good show. It should be starting up here pretty soon. Well, it usually starts towards the end of the summer, I guess. Damn, we're smoking through this area. You know, it usually slows down about the time you hit Paris, and I don't know why, but like this Spain is kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, not really like you're afraid you're gonna lose a bunch of tanks or lose, but it's time consuming. I guess probably just because of like the little bottleneck that's down there. And the couple rivers slow you down. Well, India 2 is no more. We finished that up. You know what? This has been going pretty quick. Pretty easy. We'll see if it stays that way. You know what? I'm going to make this short and sweet. You like the content? Slap that shit out of the like and subscribe. And I will see you back here for our next video. Peace.